The cold breeze seeped up from the ground, whirled into a small funnel, clawing at her pale skin. She didn't remember this bleak weather at all. Yoren was supposed to be peaceful and safe. Mori shrugged and snorted at her conflicting thoughts. If Yoren was at peace, she shouldn't have come back here. This was too quiet for her liking. She tied back her flaming red hair, which had grown too long since she took residence in Uday's, a world that was far away from Yoren. Uday's had given her a second chance at life, at love, and an opportunity to redeem herself from the mistakes she'd made on Earth. She wouldn't take that second chance for granted. From the corner of her eye, she saw a shape of something moving in the dark. A creature. She squinted. Then she couldn't help but smile to herself. In Uday's terms, they'd called it an earth creature. In her terms, it was a dog. "Hey!" She crouched and reached her hand out. A reddish, mature Irish setter approached her, wagging its tail, and licked her hand. "You're very friendly. Look at you." She almost giggled, but refrained from doing so. She was on an important mission to earn her silver blood and keep her place in Uday's. She had to be alert. Plus, she used to be an alpha of a werefox clan on Earth. She had to be careful, or she'd make a fool of herself. This mightn't be an ordinary dog. When the dog withdrew, bared its teeth, and started barking, Mori turned around. Behind her was a funnel of smoke and dirt, growing from the ground and gradually forming into shape. Werewolf. Yaku's clan. Mori clenched her teeth. "That's what you call a warm welcome?" She drew the sword she tucked at her back. The smoke funnel totally settled in front of her. It wasn't just a werewolf. It was the alpha of a werewolf clan she had terminated on her way up, claiming the territories for her werefox clan. "It's always good to see an old friend," Mori chuckled. "If you want to seek revenge, I'm here to take the challenge. But I have something to see to first. I will meet you back here in 2 days to settle this. How does that sound?" The man in front of her didn't shift into his werewolf form, but in his human form, he had the physical advantage on her that Mori couldn't ignore. He had a foot of her in height, and God knew how many tons of muscle underneath that shirt. The fact that he didn't bother to shift, and he looked at her sword with disdain, was a very good indicator that he was going to kick her ass in no time. Mori shifted her stance and did a quick mental inventory of the resources available to her. In addition to the sword, she had a gun, but she wasn't sure it would work in Yoren. Apart from that, she had her wits. She could run fast, and she had Roy. The sudden thought of him now was damn inconvenient. It slashed at her heart. What would it be like if she died here and could never see him again? They were newlyweds. She wished she wasn't so stubborn and had told him she loved him a bit more. The man in front of her smirked and took a step forward. Mori heard a low growl behind her. She needn't turn around to know that the Irish setter, as she predicted, wasn't an ordinary dog. It was standing behind her, and the only rationale she had for her survival was that the dog was on her side. The growl behind her intensified. She wanted to turn around and look, but turning away from the obvious danger in front of her was a stupid idea. She was sure of that. If the dog was not her friend, one swing of her sword and it would leave this world without a chance to make a sound, and possibly without a head. She took a deep breath and gripped firmly at her sword.